Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim's Special Edition. My name is Camel, and today we are going to acquire and take a look at the unique Dragon Priest mask known as Dukaan. A timestamp for the overview can be found down in the description, along with my social media links and my other Skyrim Special Edition videos. Be sure to hit them up. And if you aren't playing on Skyrim Special Edition, you will need the Dragonborn DLC installed to acquire this item. So, getting it is actually quite simple. We'll need to make our way to Solstheim, more specifically to White Ridge Barrow. On the map it can be found in the northern regions of Solstheim. Once here, simply head inside the door. Now once inside, be warned, there are plenty of strange enemies wandering around these ancient halls. I do have a more in-depth video exploring the intricacies of this White Ridge Barrow, which you should definitely check out. And if you're interested in discovering how to use these spiders as weapons and utilities, I also have a video covering that in full to literally turn you into Spider-Man. But for now, just be cautious in here. So once you do enter this place, keep heading through until you reach the door that leads to White Ridge Sanctum. On the local map it can be found here. You probably won't get lost, but just in case, you can use this as reference. Now once inside, head straight ahead or geographically south. Over in the back corner, the path we must take is blocked by spiderwebs, so don't be fooled, but instead push through and progress. Eventually we'll come out into this chamber where we can find a sarcophagus. Once again, on the local map we come in here and we need to be down here. Again, you shouldn't get lost, but just in case, reference this map. So once we're here, prepare to face off against the legendary Dukaan, one of Solstheim's 4 dragon priests, not including Mirak of course, and one of Solstheim's 3 dragon priests with a dragon priest mask, not including Mirak of course. Now Dukaan will solely use frost-based magic, so if you wish to come very prepared, bring lots of frost resistance gear and potions. That will make this fight very easy. So once the cake has been frosted and Dukaan has been defeated, loot his corpse and of course be sure to pick up the Dragon Priest mask, Dukaan. So now we have it, let's check it out. Dukaan. Its type is heavy armor, its slot is of course the head. It has a base armor rating of 23. It's got a weight of 9, a value of 1202. It can be upgraded with an ebony ingot, however this requires the Daedric smithing perk. It also benefits from the Daedric smithing perk, meaning that it can be upgraded all the way to legendary without the assistance of smithing fortification effects. And finally, its enchantment. Resistance to frost is increased by 50% and frost damage is increased by 25%. So the base armor is actually the second highest in the game, on par with even the Daedric helmet. So in terms of armor, Dukaan is up there. Its weight is also completely acceptable for such an item. Interestingly, within the creation kit or the game data, its enchantment is actually incorrectly labeled as Zarkrisos's Ire. Zarkrisos is one of the other dragon priests on Solstheim, and there is also of course his associated dragon priest mask with the same name. And that mask's enchantment bears the name of Dukaan, whereas Azidal's enchantment is correctly labeled within the creation kit. So while the actual effects on the items are correct, it would appear that the labeling of Dukaan's and Zarkrisos's enchantments have been switched in the game data. Guess a developer just slipped up. After all, Dukaan and all its iciness is pretty slippery. But regardless of its unforeseen enchantment name, how does this item fare, or frost? Well, granting 50% resistance to frost would have been damn handy for the fight with Dukaan in the first place. But overall, the mask may very well find a use for your character throughout your playthrough. Whether it be facing off against ice wraiths, cryomancers, frost dragons, or Karstag, there are numerous enemies who will fill your day with lowered temperatures, frozen water weaponized, and ice missiles being launched at your very face. In those circumstances, sure, Dukaan's frost resistance is very handy, but those shivering situations aren't common enough to warrant Dukaan being used at all times. However, if you know you've got a cold experience ahead of you, making an effort to use it might be very advantageous for you. Also, if you play as a Nord or a late stage vampire, you will be rendered almost immune to frost provided you wear Dukaan, as elemental resistances are capped at 85%. And if you've ever looked at a Nord and wanted their supreme frost resistance, well now with this mask, Dukaan do it too. And now, all jokes aside, its 25% increase to frost spells is nice and very handy for a destruction mage that prefers such a subclass of destruction magic. This will also boost the damage dealt by weapons that deal frost damage by 25% as well. So if you have and use such a weapon, Dukaan may find a use for you, despite you not being a magic user. And if you've been thinking of experimenting with frost magic and effects, Dukaan is an excellent way to break the ice. But if you also just want to acquire it as a collectible, that's no problem either. Either way, don't get cold feet and just have an ice time. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Camel, and this has been my guide for the unique Dragon Priest mask, Dukaan. I do hope this video helped you out, and if it did, you'll be very interested in checking out the other Skyrim Special Edition guides I've already done. Links to them can be found down in the description. Now down there in the old description, you can also find links to my social media. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, and if you'd like to support the channel in a more personal way, you can of course become a patron on Patreon. As I'm sure you know, all of my time and energy goes into making these videos that I create for you to enjoy, so your support is most appreciated and welcomed in any and all forms. So thank you for watching, thank you for supporting the channel, and I will see you very shortly in the next video. I'll see you there soon. And yes, I will see you, as I have very good eyesight.